Good morning from the Devonshire countryside. Weather today, sun's going to be out. It's a bit chilly at the moment, but apparently there's going to be rain for the rest of the week, so I thought I'd best make a day of it today. Going up onto the top field again where I was the other day and see what I can find. Okay, I'll see you on the first hole. First target of the day, just a piece of lead. That's all it is, a small piece of lead. Okay, on to the next hole. Just dug this up, it was a very scratchy signal, and it's that piece of copper. It's got some shape to it, it looks like it's been attached to something. Yeah, that's all it is. Right, on to the next hole. I knew there was something in that hole and I just couldn't bloody find it. And there it is, a little shell case, probably a .22. Yeah, that's all it is. Right, on to the next hole. Look at the size of this bad boy. Wow. Still got the studs in it. That is one big horseshoe. The size of that. Wow. Another one for my collection at home in the garden. Right, on to the next hole. Right, I'm going to have a spot of lunch and then I'm going to go on to the other field, which is across that little bridge there, going across the brook. And then go into the other field. Weather's still nice, lovely views. Can't complain. Right, I'll see you after my lunch. Just found this item, a scratchy signal. Don't know what it is. Let's have a look. Don't know what that is. What it's off. Heavy on that side, on the left. It's got a bit of age to it, I would say. No, don't know what it is. If anybody can help me on that one. Right, on to the next hole. Really scratchy signal here, and it's just there. What is it? It looks like a ring. That is a ring. Broken, but it's a ring. I think it is. Yeah, it's definitely a ring. Right, let me get back to you. I'm just going to give it a clean. Yeah, it's definitely a ring. Should try and focus in. That was a really scratchy signal. It's a shame it's broken. I can't see any ore marks on it, unless that's it underneath the thing there, but I'll have to give it a proper clean when I get home. Yeah, quite pleased with that. Very pleased. Don't know if it's supposed to be that way. Lovely. Happy with that. Right, on to the next hole. This gave a reading of a solid 92. Piece of copper. That's all I can think it is. Yeah. Piece of copper. Copper piping, I would say. Right, on to the next hole. This was reading in the 40s, and it's somewhere in here. It's in there. There it is. Button. It's got to be a button. Not going to be anything else. Yeah, that's a button, all right. Still got the shank on the back. Right, on to the next hole. This came in at a solid 64. I don't know what it is yet, but it's round. Doesn't look like a coin, probably a button. Yeah, I would say that's a button. Let's have a look at the front. Right, let me just give that a little clean on the front, see what it looks like. Yeah, it's definitely a button. It's got the shank on the back. See the shank there? Right, let me just give it a clean. Yeah, I reckon that would have been a fine button in its time. You could just make out the figure there with the jester's hat on, I think. I've had a couple of buttons like this before. Pity that it's all tarnished around the sides. Yep, happy with that. Right, on to the next hole. Just got this out of this hole. I can hear, what's that rumbling? Oh, it's people on horses. Wondered what it was. Possibly, I would say a lead token. Roundish. But I'm not building my hopes on that one. Playing on the other side. A bit of a thing on that side. Right, on to the next hole. Well, this was reading 18 on the Simplex, and I think it's a button. Let's have a look. Yeah, it's getting more looking like a button. Yeah, that's a button, all right. Yep. No pattern on the front, quite plain. Right, happy with that. On to the next hole. Reading a 65 and where is it? In that clump there. Oh, there it is. Musket ball. Yep, look at that. Lovely. Yep, good old musket ball. Don't mind finding those. Right, on to the next hole. Just dug up this object. Don't know what it is. Piece of metal. That's all it is. Whether it's off a pot or whatever, I don't know. Right, on to the next hole. This was a really scratchy signal. It's got to be a button. Yeah, I've got the shank on the back. You wouldn't believe I've been over this field hundreds and hundreds of times. Yeah, right, on to the next hole. This was a jumpy target and it's in this clump here. There it is. Another button. Definitely a button day today. I think there's a couple of those I found this morning. Them sort. Right, on to the next hole. Right, I'm back home. Got me coffee. Right, let's go through the finds. Right, go for the first item first. I reckon this is a pendulum off the clock. It is dead weighty at the bottom, just here. And you can imagine the pendulum moving. That's what I think that is. Unless somebody can tell me different. Second best find is the ring. Fortunately it is broken. It was broken when I got it out. Now to me that I think would have had stones in, and you see these little things at the top. I reckon there should be a third one on that side. But looking at it, I think it's very crudely made, very crudely. So that's the ring. Unfortunately no ore marks on it. If anybody can give me an idea on that, whether that's a crown. And I say it would have had 4 stones in there. Musket ball, always find those. .22 cartridge case. Buttons, 3 of those sort, all in different areas. This one we can just make out the jester with his hat on that one. I found a few like this, silver plated. Yeah, silver plated. Another button there. So I ended up with 5 buttons. I think this is a lead token. It's got some sort of pattern on it. Bit of copper, bit of steel there again. Going through the rubbish finds, all the lead in the middle there. If you look at the size of this horseshoe, it's still got the nails. That is one big horseshoe. And also I found this item here, which got a bit of a shape to it. What it was off, I do not know. So that's me done for the day. There's my finds. Quite happy with the ring and I believe the pendulum and the buttons. So thanks for watching. Please subscribe. It is free. Just look at me channel. I think I'm touching 50 videos now. Please give me a like and subscribe. Right, see you on the next one.